Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you feel like you're always overwhelmed, snapping at people, or shutting down, you're not alone. And there's nothing wrong with you, by the way. Your nervous system is doing its job. You're being reactive, but it may be stuck in survival mode, and that might be the issue. So, in this video, I'm going to walk you through one trauma-informed, ADHD friendly tool to calm your system as quickly as possible. I'm not a miracle worker, but I do know what works. You can do it anywhere and it'll only take 3 minutes. Now, keep in mind, it can take you from like a 2 to a 6. I'm sorry, it can take you from a 10 to a 6, Lord, from a 10 to a 6, but there's not a lot that will take you from like a 10 to a 2. That takes work, and being patient. I'm Tiffany Morris. I'm a trained, informed therapist. I am a licensed professional counselor here in the state of Texas. I'm also trauma informed, EMDR trained, and I teach people how to reset, regulate, and reclaim their energy, all over the world, and it never slows down. So, let's go. Let's keep going. Um, so burnout and anxiety. Oof, those words, burnout, anxiety, emotional exhaustion. They're not flaws. They're just signs that your nervous system is overstimulated, especially for folks with ADHD, bipolar, or some kind of trauma history. Your brain is wired for survival, not productivity. And that's why you're always on edge, always anticipating. Sometimes those thoughts of impending doom, you feel like you have to be 3, 4, 5 steps ahead. You're overstimulated easily. Sometimes there's issue with organizing, with the neurodivergency portion. You feel like you'll never just have one thought at a time sometimes. Or you end up with this deep procrastination that you end up just freezing. You can't move. You're so overwhelmed that you shut down. The good news is you can reteach your nervous system how to feel safe without needing to be calm all the time. You know, you don't have to be calm to self-regulate. Now, are you in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn? These are the four reactions to trauma or overstimulation. These are just naming off the shifts in your reaction. So doing the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding technique is absolutely amazing. This one technique alone can help you to reset and ground yourself when you're feeling overwhelmed, overstimulated. Now, this method uses your five senses to help you self-soothe. You're going to name things that you can see, touch, hear, smell, and taste. Just to demonstrate, 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. I always leave taste for last because we do not always have something we can put in our mouth. You can do these in any order, to be honest with you, but this is like the preferred order. So 5 things you can touch. So for me, right in front of me, I have my desk. I'm touching it. It's made of wood. It's smooth. It's a little on the cool side, probably because the AC is going. Another thing, my mouse. My mouse is smooth. It's about room temperature. Um, it feels good, and let's see, it's not rough or anything, simple mouse. Um, no, it's a mouse. Let's see. I have a cup, styrofoam cup. It feels like styrofoam. It's smooth. It feels a little cool because I have ice water in here. Um, Now these are just to demonstrate things that you can touch. Now things you can see. I can see my computer screen. It's black. It looks like it's could be a little bit bigger, preferably. It's shiny. It looks like it might be room temperature also because it's not steaming or like overheating or anything like that. There's a bottle of water sitting next to me. The bottle looks pretty close. I can reach out and touch it if I wanted to. It looks like it might have a smooth surface. And that's just to name a few things that you can touch. Things that you can hear. I can hear the air conditioning in the background. It's like a humming sound, a light humming, but it's not like an annoying hum. It's just more like a which kind of gives me peace because that means I'm going to be cool today. I also can hear my air purifier. It's also got like a slight hum, almost like white noise. And it's not too far from me. It's on the other side of the room, but I can hear it just a bit. But noise canceling headphones, so you probably can't. And then there's like the things that you can smell. So I can smell my perfume. It smells like pretty much like vanilla. It's got some like old notes in it. It's pretty soothing. I also can smell a little bit of lavender because I love lavender and it's really calming, not too far away from me. And the smell is very pleasant. And then one thing that you can taste, could take a sip of water and feel it going down the back of my throat. It feels really nice. It's soothing. It's cool because I am in Texas and it is pretty hot here, probably about 90-ish degrees right now. So that's just to demonstrate what that would look like. Now, to throw in a little bilateral stimulation, meaning that we're going to use our bodies to self-soothe in using a component of EMDR therapy. So this is called a butterfly hug. You're just going to take your arms and you're going to place them gently here. It can be anywhere. It can be in your shoulders. It can be your arms. As long as they are crossed and touching the opposite sides, it does not matter. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to tap slowly, like in 1 second increments, and we're going to breathe in and breathe out. And we're taking deep, slow breaths while we're doing this. Now, while you're doing this, you could be thinking about your breaths going in, counting down, 4, 3, 2, 1, breathing out, 4, 3, 2, 1. While you're doing that, to kind of quiet your mind a little bit. This is really good for just regulating the nervous system, regaining control of your breath work, because especially in times of like panic, this can be very helpful. This gets your senses involved and tells your brain that we are safe now. It's not like, ooh, no, it's neuroscience. So definitely give it a try. You can follow along with me as I've done it, or you can do it on your own, but take as much time as you need to do it until you're feeling better. Again, nothing's going to take you from a 10 to a 2. It'll probably get you from a 10 to a 6, and you got to work through it to get the rest of the way down. Um, Let's see. Now, sometimes we say to ourselves out loud that overwhelm is not a personal failure. Because sometimes we feel like getting overwhelmed means we're weak, and it's not. We are not weak. Okay. I am allowed to pause. Okay. My body is doing its best. These are all things you can say to yourself as you're doing these breath work. Sometimes it helps with anchoring yourself and helps with the grounding. So give that a try. Now, you don't need a perfect morning routine. You just need one reset moment. And it can be on a hard afternoon or after lunch. You can take this time, like let's say between the hustle and bustle of work and home, that little in between. You can take like 3 minutes to do this in the car or on the bus or, just during your travel or just before you get ready to travel. It can be in the morning. It can be before a Zoom meeting. It can be before whatever it is that you have, or it can be after something that was pretty stressful, after an argument, after making a hard decision, after, a disagreement with your family member or something like that. Give it a good go. And just remember that just pause, tap, ground, reset. Don't wait for rock bottom. Don't wait until you are in full blown panic mode to implement this. And just to give you a quick bonus, um, if you're having a panic attack, like woo, full-blown panic attack, to the point where you've lost the control of your thoughts, A good way to help you come off of that is a cold towel to the face. You just put it on your face, you hold it there for a couple of seconds. Yes, it's going to immediately shock you because it's like cold and you're expecting this intense cold, but that's the point. You are controlling your shock rather than your body kind of losing a bit of control in your mind. Okay. So you put that on your face, you take a couple of deep breaths in, deep breaths out. You're going to immediately feel like this slight warming sensation over the rest of your body. You've literally just reset your nervous system. If this helped you, please like and share. We need more nervous system education around here, not just coping skills, but real healing tools. And these are real healing tools, not just coping skills. Okay. Let me know in the comments where you are in your day and where your nervous system reset needs it the most. And don't forget to subscribe. I try to post every week about trauma, ADHD, emotional resilience, and provide real tips and tools the best that I can. I will try to put a guide below for you guys. Thank you for joining me.